Hey everybody, I'm back with another video. As I do this video, I'm going to be coloring because I find myself to have a little bit of anxiety. So I'm going to color and talk to you guys to distract my mind. If you guys hear hubby in the background, he's in the background and he's talking. So just in case, sorry about that. But yeah, I'm coloring because, I don't know, I find myself to have a little bit of anxiety today. And I wanted to talk about it, just in case anybody relates to what I'm going through. Like, I feel like you could be fine, like with my case anyways. I'll be fine, and next thing you know, anxiety just hits me. I don't know if it's the thoughts that I have that trigger it or what, because sometimes I find it hard to find like what's the reason, why do I feel this way. I just feel like I've been dealing with anxiety and depression like basically my whole life. It's insane. How I've done it this far along, I still amaze myself every day, because sometimes we don't know the strength that we have within us. And we do. We really do. We have strength that sometimes you don't even know that you have, which is amazing because that's what helps me get by. And, like certain times like this, I just try to distract myself. So that's me coloring and talking to you guys. Also, another thing, I feel like procrastination. Anxiety and procrastination, those two, I feel like are a bomb, and like let's say you want to do something and it's something that you wanted to do for a long time, but then anxiety kicks in and you start having thoughts, oh no, I can't do this, oh it's not going to work out. And it's horrible. It's horrible because we ourselves, we stop ourselves from getting to where we want to get. And it's crazy. It's insane. And that's another reason why I'm going to be making some of these videos talking about anxiety, because especially when you don't have no one to talk to, you know what I mean? You can maybe search up a video on YouTube and hear somebody else's story. And maybe, I mean, if I would have found that, I think that would have helped me. Not that I've searched for any, but I don't think there's that many out there. And if there is, then I guess I just haven't done my research properly. But when you feel like you don't have no one to talk to, sometimes, hearing from someone else, that helps. Because I feel like that would have helped me. And another thing too, like, even when I would have anxiety or depression, I don't know if anybody else does this, but I would try my best to keep it to myself. And that's like the wrong thing to do, because then nobody knows what's wrong with you. But I know it's hard to talk sometimes to people, especially when you feel like they're not going to understand you. And that sucks. That's why in my other video I said writing. Like, for example, let me get my pen. If I have anxiety, sometimes what I like to do, especially when I want to get my thoughts together, I literally grab a notebook, little notebook. Like, you want to grab a notebook that you don't really need for important things. Just save it for, whenever you have anxiety and that's what you want to do. You want to write. I literally start writing my name over and over. Why? I have no idea why. But I feel like writing my name over and over helps me think. I guess everybody has different ways of coping with it. But yeah. Another thing I like to do, especially when I feel like I don't have no one to talk to, I pour myself on a page. Like, I literally let it all out on a page, even if I have to cry, even if I have to scream. But I write it down, and then, maybe one day that I am feeling better, I reread it. Because sometimes rereading it helps me, like, it helps me from keeping myself feeling that way. I don't know if that'll help anybody else, but sometimes that helps me because I'll read it and I'm like, oh my goodness, I felt like that day. That's terrible. And it is. It's horrible to have anxiety and depression because, especially me, like, I could have been on medication a long time ago, but I refuse to take medication. I feel like, you know, I could do this. I could handle it without medication and without, you know, the doctor giving you a whole bunch of medications. Sometimes they don't work anyways for me. So, because I have tried them in the past and they didn't work out for me. I just didn't want nothing to do with them. But yeah, another thing too, procrastination. Procrastination and anxiety, both the two together, oh my goodness, even thinking about it, it's like a bomb. Because it literally, like, you want to do something. Like, it doesn't matter what it is, but it's something that you wanted to do for a while now, but you procrastinate. And sometimes you procrastinate because you have anxiety. You have all these thoughts of, what if I can't do it? Or what if this? Or what if that? And it sucks. So, me here today telling you guys, if there's something that you want, go for it. No matter how hard you think it may be, just go for it. If there's somewhere you want to be, if there's somewhere you want to go, if there's something you want to be or something, whatever, just do it. Don't let your thoughts stop you from doing it. Because we ourselves are the reasons why we don't get to where we want to get. You know, in a lot of cases, that's what it is. It's us. We stop ourselves. And procrastination comes in, you know, oh, well, I couldn't do it because of that, or I'm not doing it because of this. You know, you come up with excuse after excuse after excuse. And let me tell you that that has been me a lot of the time in my life. And, you know, I get mad at myself, but it's only moving forward. So instead of getting mad at yourself, just fix it, you know? Like, even if you are scared, even if you have all these millions of questions, just go for it. Do it. You're not alone. You're not dealing with this alone. You know, I guess not a lot of people talk about it, but you're not alone. You know, and I'm here now. Hopefully, if, you know, subscribe and, but anyways, yeah, so back to coloring. Another thing too, when, like, when the anxiety's kicking in, I don't know, I lose my train of thoughts, especially when I'm talking about something. Like, I can go on and on and on, and then next thing you know, I'm like, what was I saying? Literally, I don't know if that happens to any of you guys, but that happens to me a lot. Or, for example, I'll go in a room and I'm looking for something, but as soon as I get into the room, I totally, literally forget what was I looking for. I hate when that happens. Why does that happen? I have no idea. But it's not good. I mean, yeah, it eventually comes to me sometimes, because then there's those days where it'll come to you a week later and you're like, oh yeah, that's what I was looking for. That's what I needed that day. Or even if you're thinking of a name. I don't know if I said this before, but I know in my first video I was trying to think of the name for vision board. And I don't know why I couldn't get it, because I talk about a vision board all the time. Over here anyways. And right when I was doing the video, like, my mind just went blank. I don't know, I think I called it dream board or something like that. It's kind of the same thing, I guess. But yeah, some of the things I do is color. Whenever I have time anyways, because I am a mother and I always have something to do all the time. Or how about, sorry, let me color this. That's another thing. When I color, sometimes the words don't come out. And FYI, every time I do these videos, you know, I'm still stepping out of my comfort zone, so it's still nerve-wracking. You know, because you start thinking, oh, is it going to be good? Oh, am I talking right? Oh, did I say enough? Oh, did I do this? So you just have to do what I'm doing. You just have to do it. Doesn't matter the mistakes. It doesn't matter if you don't feel like you did a good job. Just do it. Just get out of the way and do it. Start it off. So that's what I've been doing. I've been, you know, trying my best to make as much videos as I can, because not all the time I have time. So I just do it. These are acrylic markers. I actually got them on Amazon and they're pretty good. You just have to pump them so the color can come out. It's like paint. Paint in a marker. Another thing too, I feel like that has helped me throughout my life with anxiety, B vitamins. Like, I feel like ever since I started taking the B vitamins, I have more energy. Because sometimes I have episodes of depression and anxiety, and some of the episodes are that I can't stay still, or some of the episodes are that all I want to do is sleep, and I hate those times. I hate it. Especially when you know you have 1,000 things to do that day, but all you want to do is sleep. Like, but then, all right, so this is what happens. You'll want to sleep, like, you'll be able to sleep throughout the whole day, but then when the night comes, even though that day you didn't sleep throughout the day, when the night comes, sometimes when you're dealing with anxiety, you can't sleep. It's crazy. I don't know how to explain it, but I don't like it. I don't like it at all. But you deal with it. What you do is you gotta learn how to live with it, I guess. Because, I mean, I guess having anxiety, it's not normal in a sense, but I guess what I'm trying to say is I'm pretty sure everyone has little bits of anxiety here and there, but then there's those like me that I have anxiety all the time. Like, I could be smiling, I could be laughing, and I'll have anxiety, especially when I'm trying to hide it from someone. Like, I'll just put up a mask and I'll seem like I'm happy when deep down inside I don't feel like I am. So that's why in my first video I started talking about being grateful, because I feel like being grateful has helped me a lot, because you start looking at everything that you have, even if it's not a lot, even if it's a little bit. When you start being grateful for even the smallest things that you have, I feel like that helps, because it has helped me so much. It has helped me, like, get up and move on and just live life. It's your life. You're the driver. So your life is what you make it. And yeah, I know we have problems here and there, but it's depending on how you handle those problems. It's depending on how, when you fall, when you get back up. Like, it's okay to feel sad. It's okay to feel mad. It's okay to feel emotions. But if they're not good emotions, don't stay there. Get yourself out of it. Feel them. Give yourself a little bit to feel the emotions. Ride them out a little bit, but then snap out of it. Snap out of it. And if you find it hard to snap out of it, that's when keeping yourself busy comes in. Like, start doing something, or like I said earlier, start writing or start coloring, start drawing. Even if you don't know how to draw, just do anything. Wash your dishes if you have dishes to wash. Start cleaning, anything. Take a walk. Like, where I live, I love taking walks, especially when I feel like I need to breathe. I just need to breathe. I need to get out of my house and I just need that fresh air, and I want that sun on my skin. I just breathe and I take walks, and around where I live, I have woods back there. So, it's amazing. I love it, because, sometimes there is those times where I want to breathe, but I want to scream at the same time. So I'll just take a walk deep into the woods and I'll just let out my screams. And next thing you know, by the time I'm back home, I feel so much better for the moment, because, sometimes there are little triggers here and there that, even though I did go outside and took a walk or whatever, like, I'll still have a little anxiety trigger later on. But like I said, that's where keeping yourself busy comes in. It helps a lot. It really does, because that's how I have gotten by. Another thing too that I noticed that I have done throughout my life is, like, you have a negative, right? In your eyes, it's a negative, or whatever. It's a negative. Always try to find the positive in that negative. I mean, I don't know if anybody else looks at it like that, but that's another thing besides being grateful. Another thing that has helped me is grabbing the negative and Doesn't matter how I did it, but trying my best to find the positive in that negative. That has also helped me so much. Especially if you suffer from PTSD because of your past life or because of things that happened to you in the past or whatever. You know, instead of living with them, just look at the positive. Like, you know, maybe for example, it made you the strong person that you are today, you know, or you got something good out of it, as much as that sucks. But sometimes, you know, like, we can't control what happens to us. Like, you know what I mean? Sometimes things happen to us that are out of our control. So instead of you dealing with it or living your life in your past, just try to find a positive in that negative and move on. Move forward, because life goes on. You know, the time doesn't stop because you're sad or because of whatever you're going through. Like, time keeps going. So instead of sitting there and being sad all the time because this happened to you, get up. Get up and move forward. Just keep doing what you need to do, because life goes on. That's another thing that I've been doing to get by in my life, because I have been through so much. You see me here, but I have millions of stories. Like, if we would ever have story time, we would be here for years, because I had a lot of bad things happen to me in my life. But instead of me choosing to let my past predict my future, I just moved on. You know what I mean? I grabbed that negative, turned it into a positive, and move on. That's it. I'm not saying that you could erase some of the things that happened to you, because that is hard. But like I said, sometimes writing things down helps, especially if you feel like you don't have no one that understands what you're going through or what happened to you. You know what I mean? But it is important to talk about it. It is important to express yourself, especially to your support system, so they can know where your mind's at. You know what I mean? And sometimes that'll help. And sometimes it sucks, because sometimes there may be that person that doesn't know how to help you because they don't understand what you're going through. But life goes on. Life is beautiful, and we only live once. So I feel like, since we only live once, why not live the best? Why live in sorrow or in sadness all the time, or in anger? Just be happy. Be happy no matter where you are. If there's something that you want in life, go get it. Go for it. Because no one's going to come to your door and bring it to you. It's not going to fall from the sky and fall in your lap. If there's something that you want, go for it. Because life goes on. And it is up to you to make your life how you want it. And if there's those, like, for example, if there's people in your life that are not a good example, or that are bringing you down in your life, you need to, no matter how much you love that person, you need to walk away and surround yourself by happy people, by people that are grateful for life in general. You need to surround yourself by good things. And I'm telling you, if you start doing those things, it'll help in time. I'm not saying that, you know, what I'm telling you to do is going to fix your problems or make your anxiety go away. No, but they do help. These are things that I do to help, especially when I have anxiety, or when I'm procrastinating, or when I feel like I'm depressed or whatever. You know, just everything that I named, or everything that I talked about in this video, it has helped me so much. Sorry, Toey's barking in the background. I think my son just got home from school. Alright, guys, so I'm gonna let you guys go, because my son just got home from school, and I'm pretty sure he has a lot of homework. We will keep talking about this. I will keep giving you guys tips and ideas on, you know, how to cope with anxiety and procrastination and all of that. But thank you guys so much for watching. If you made it this far, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I love you all. Don't forget, you are beautiful, you are strong, and you are not alone. Yeah, Dan. Alright guys, it was nice chatting with you guys. This little video that I did helped me a lot because I did have anxiety before I started this video, and I feel a lot better. So if you made it this far, again, thank you. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I really appreciate it. Bye guys.